What's up, Paracrews? I'm Paradomics, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So, anyways, we're on the final chapter. Well, there's gonna be one more or two more, depending. I don't know if there's gonna be a two-part for the last one, or it's just gonna be a one-part thing. But we didn't receive any pictures so far. I'm still confused how this will work, because I know there's gonna be one picture with Natsuki and Yuri. And there's going to be one picture with, I don't know, all four of them? But what's this last one? Maybe an end credit thing? I don't know. Maybe we're going to receive like two CGIs. Cinematic background or whatever. Hey! Oh, hello. I almost thought you weren't coming today. Yeah, well, lunch is already more than halfway over. Natsuki had typically been meeting Yuri in the stairwell much earlier, since it had been a good way of dodging her friends when she didn't feel like seeing them. Yeah. Today, she's holding a large plastic container in both hands. I ran into my friends, so I hung out with them for a while. Is that so? Yeah. I was in a good mood today, so I figured I should. I hadn't seen them in a while, which I had to come up with an excuse for, but I expected that. Plus, I have way more of these than I know what to do with, so I figured I would share them too. As she sits down, Natsuki opened the lid of her container. You made cupcakes. You know it. It's been a while at this point, so I figured it was about time again. You can take one if you want. Yuri takes cupcakes and carefully twirls it with her fingertips. Twirls? Should I twirl the cupcake? I don't know how you do that. I would. Do people do that? Is that something people do? Holy shit. I'm getting lost in times. I don't know if people actually do that with their cupcakes. It's brown with dark green frosting immaculating shapes into a floral pattern and topped with some kind of glittery powder. How pretty. I just ate, so I might not be able to finish it. Are they for the club? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't really think about it. I just made them. I just thought that because the green is Monica's favorite color, right? Well, yeah, but that's not really. Yuri takes a small bite. This is green tea flavored. I love green tea. Oh, do you? It was just a random idea I wanted to try, so... Don't laugh at me. I'm not. She's laughing with you. I just felt happy. Oh, sorry. Usually when... never mind. What I meant is that I'm glad. Sorry for saying dumb things again. I just want to do something nice. And this is something I happen to be good at. So I do know that you like them from past experience. Yuri turns red, recalling the time she treated herself rather generously to Natsuki's cupcake. Ironically, her mouth is full of cupcakes for her to stammer an excuse, so she just settles for a disapproving look. How do you get into baking? Oh well, I don't know. It just kinda appealed to me. Well, a few years ago, I read this one manga with a lot of baking, so I got like super into it for a while. I was probably making stuff almost every day. But it's something that I always knew I liked anyway. It's like baking. Baking is like art, but when you get good at it, it gets more delicious too. I'm struggling to imagine myself putting my heart into something so artistic, knowing that it would be eaten afterwards. Yeah, maybe you're too practical for it. I think I prefer to be on the receiving end. That's my favorite part about it. It's something I can do that makes a lot of people happy, like unconditional. Everyone is always so thankful, and in that moment you're like the bringer of joy. I don't know, it just makes me feel valued? Yeah, I guess that. So you were able to make up with your friends today? There wasn't really anything to make up with them about. We weren't fighting or anything. You weren't? Maybe I misunderstood. It only turns into a fight if I lose my cool, and that's just unnecessary drama. It only makes things worse. So they're not going to stop? I mean, it only happens sometimes anyways. It's just the way they are. I'm the only one who has the problem with it. It's not worth it. Especially since I have to go somewhere now and I don't feel like hanging out with them. Oh, I see. The cupcake's empty foil wrapper audibly crinkles as Yuri clenches a fist. I'm glad that the situation's resolved, and you don't have to avoid them anymore. Oh, shit. She misunderstood again. She thinks the only reason why she's hanging out with her is because she thought that she had a fight with her friend. Yeah, me too. And I don't have to bother you during your alone time anymore. I'm sure you're having a lot of reading to catch up on. Yeah. Aww. I know that cupcake's basically nothing compared to all the stuff you've done for me. But it's the best I can do. So you can have the rest of them. Natsuki grabs the box and slides it over to Yuri's feet. Yuri stares at the box. Then she shakes her head and slides them back. You should save them for your other friends. But I made them for you. Natsuki's voice whines as she protests. I know. And I like them very much, exactly as you thought. You succeeded. But I know you care about making your other friends happy too. And if this is the way you know how to make that happen, then I'm not going to take it away from you. No, they were for making you happy. You make me happy. You're worth more than cupcakes to some people. That's why they want to spend time with you and be your friend. Without warning, tears pour from Natsuki's eyes. She pulls her knees to her chest and starts sobbing into her arms. Natsuki? I'm such a bad person. Yuri stammers, feeling panicked. I didn't mean to say something bad. Natsuki shakes her head and wipes her eyes. You didn't! Natsuki tries to choke back her sob, but struggles to speak through them. I just really hate myself sometimes. And it feels so wrong when you say those nice things to me. Yeah. Like I don't deserve it. That's sad. I'm sorry? No! I am. I'm so difficult. And I can't think of even a single thing about myself that somebody would like. And I just hate myself for bothering you during lunch. I just thought it was my chance to be a good person, like to be nice and to do things you wrote about in the letter. I knew if I tried in the club, Sayori Monica would be super annoying and make a huge deal out of it. You know, I think a lot of those negative things too about myself. I never felt like a good person. I always scrutinize everything I say, and later I feel like I said all the wrong things. And I spend so much time thinking about myself, hating myself, and feeling like everyone else must hate me too. So I understand some of that through my own experience, and that's why I wanted to write the letter and express my feelings. It pained me to see those things in someone else that I saw in myself. Natsuki sniffles. Yuri rustles through her bags and pulls out the tissue, and then hands them to Natsuki. Monica told me it takes a good person to reflect on these things. The desire to improve yourself. That makes you a good person, so don't worry so much. Also, there are things about you that people would like, so... Like what? Like how you're fun for people to be around. And you're not shy, and you know how to make people laugh. And you're very passionate about things, and you know how to take the lead. And you care about other people. And just a lot of things. Oh. Well, now you're making me feel really embarrassed. Well, you're the one who asked. And don't you think that I feel embarrassed? Natsuki tries to hide a smile, then she sighs as it fades again. Every time I come here, I always think it's the last time, but I keep coming back for some reason. It's that bad? Just really confusing. I mean, my friends and I go way back, so ditching them all the time feels like, I don't know. Feels like what? Natsuki's voice gets quiet. Maybe I'm scared that they'll get mad at me. I really don't know what to do. She pauses. Yuri stares into the distance, tracing her eyes along the patterns of the floor tiles while she thinks to herself. What would you do, hypothetically, if your friends were happy for you instead of mad at you? Happy for what? Happy that your new club is making you happy. Well, that's just not a fair hypothetical. Natsuki says that, but with a little confidence in her voice. I always told myself that I don't rely on approval of others to be happy. And I still feel that way, but I'm spending time with people who put me down whenever I don't have their approval. That's probably what's making me feel so confused. Because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. Yeah. In this scenario, Natsuki's always hanging out with the people who I don't know, make fun of her. Like, she likes manga, and then her friends makes fun of her about it. And, she's very passionate about the mangas she reads. And people just don't take her seriously. It's like, it's just manga. It's just anime. Oh, look at the jiggle tits. Oh, it's just what, and that's what she doesn't like. She doesn't like the fact that there are people who treat her like that, not take her seriously because it's manga and it's not fun. So, but it makes her happy. And when there's people who make fun of her for something that makes her happy, she just gets really upset about that. But those are her friends. That's the only bad thing about her friends. Like, they make fun of the things that makes her happy. And she tries to, I don't know. But she puts up with them because there's so many good parts about being friends with them. Like, again, they go way back, so that's like her childhood friend, and they always there's so many happy moments that it overshadows the bad parts. But the bad parts is actually such a big deal to Natsuki. So Natsuki, the reason why Natsuki's confused here is that why does she hang around with these people whenever I say something that I like, they just make fun of it and not take me serious about it. So, but I'm still hanging out with them because they're my friends and I love my friends. It's that kind of scenario, I just feel like the friends she's hanging around with, they're nice people. Like she said, they're just fun people. And again, there are different types of friends, but they shouldn't really make fun of her for what she likes, Like, it's not really a crime for liking manga. And I don't think her friends are making that kind of are not saying that. Like, they're not saying it's a crime to like manga. I think for them it's just a way to tease Natsuki about, but Natsuki doesn't like that kind of teasing. She'd rather you tease her about something else, like being short, I guess, rather than teasing about something she's passionate about. It's kind of like this. Like, you love the piano, you play the piano, you're so passionate about it, you put so much emotion, it's like you just love it. And then somebody comes to your life, jokingly says, my little sister can play better than you. You're attacking that person's passion by saying that she sucks more than the little girl, or they suck more than the little girl. I didn't want to make it a specific gender. I just want to make it neutral. So in that way, you were just joking, but you were hurting somebody that they were passionate about. It's different to joke about things that they like. And that's what Natsuki feels. She loves her friends, but she doesn't like that her friends are making fun of something that she loves. That's why she said, because I'm threatened out of the things that should make me happy. Like here, she has to hide the fact that she's reading manga, and she has to read manga only in the club or at home. Because if her friends finds out, they're gonna keep teasing her about it, saying, "Oh, you're still reading manga? Like, seriously? Oh my god, what the fuck is this sunlight?" So yeah, that's just how I see the whole scenario. So no matter what, it's like I have to be unhappy to be happy. It's making my head hurt. That must make it really difficult to feel comfortable with yourself. Being made to feel you're wrong just for being the person you are. It really goes against everything I believe in, doesn't it? It goes against the kind of person I want to be. I'm fed up with it. I'm fed up with a lot of things. Natsuki pressed her palms on her forehead and shakes her head. I know what's best for me, but I keep convincing myself out of it. It's so much easier to be comfortably unhappy than it is to do something so scary. To do what? You know, to end it. With them? Natsuki nods. I didn't think you were actively considering that as an option. I wasn't until recently. It's just one of those things where, like, it's been a certain way for so long that you just get used to it. And that doesn't really make it a good relationship, don't you think? Like, so much of you has gone into it. So much that it feels like it's just how your life is. Throwing it away is like throwing away a big part of your life. It makes me feel sick to think about it. Natsuki sighs. It's just really scary. It's terrifying. What are you scared of? I don't know. A lot of things. Like being alone. Not having anyone to talk to or hang out with. Not being able to replace what I have with them. And I don't want them to hate me. And I'm scared they'll hurt me for going against them. Well, maybe you should tell your friends about that, you know. But then again, she said that her friends don't like it when she talks serious. So, yeah, she's in a fucking shit situation. I can't really help her there. Physically? Not physically, but Yuri clenches her fist. Natsuki, what? If anyone even thinks to cause you harm, I will unleash hell upon them. Natsuki snorts in laughter. Don't laugh at me. Sorry, I like that. That's all. Oh. Well, what I meant, I know you did. Natsuki gives Yuri an endearing look. I needed it. As the conversation laps, Natsuki again slides the box of cupcakes over to Yuri. Just take them, okay? I don't want other people to have them anymore. Are you sure? Natsuki nods. I'm sure. I will then. I will enjoy them. Natsuki looks away, but feeling a warmth spread through her. She holds on to that feeling, knowing it will give her courage. That's so sweet. You're here first today. And you brought reading materials. Natsuki is sitting in her usual spot, this time holding a volume of manga while her lunch sits beside her. Yuri sits down as well and opens her own book. It sucks when a good series has come to an end. It's like a big part of your life, and then one day there's just nothing left. Yeah, it's like that with anime. It's like that with some, not anime, like certain animes and certain movies where it just like ends as you can see as like the two main characters, and then the screen just pans away. Like it's like the story is done. The story is done, like it's finished now, and you see just like a character standing there, or you see the two characters having a conversation with each other, and it just ends. Like that one anime that my friend of mine showed me. I forgot what it was called. It's like A World on the Other Side, or A World Far Away, or something. It's a group of girls who want to go to Antarctica, and it's such a beautiful journey about friendship. Yeah, it is about friendship. It's 4 girls too. Wow, it's almost similar, except they're still in school and they went to Antarctica, which is pretty cool actually. And then it's such a nice. And then just to see it come to an end, it's like, their journey is done. It's so sweet. And then that's it, And then the ending actually made me cry a bit. It makes you feel so empty. Unfortunately, I'm about to experience that myself. I'm on the last book of this series. That sucks. But there's also something satisfying about letting a story conclude. I don't know if I'd want to go with it on. I don't want to go on forever. Maybe. But there are some things that I wish I could. On the other hand, have you ever read something that overstayed its welcome? Yeah, definitely. I think of at least one thing that I've read that goes pretty unbearable halfway through, and the ending really sucked. So, it sucks when something good has to end, but it also sucks when they just keep inventing more plot until you don't like it anymore. I know that one. That fucking anime. I guess it sucks either way. Well, that's just the nature of all things. They come to an end. The two fell silent. They also slowly eat while making their way through their respective reading material. Except Natsuki doesn't seem to be touching her food at all. You don't go out during the weekends, right? Excuse me? Like with friends, at the mall or downtown or whatever. I'm not a total shut-in, you know. Oh, my bad for making assumptions. Well, I'm sure I go out less often than other people. Like you and the others in the club. I don't really meet with friends and arbitrarily spend time like that. I'm usually meeting with my board game group. Wow! She plays board games? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Do you play Monopoly? Can you teach me? I don't know how to play Monopoly. Board game group? It doesn't matter. It's just more nerdy stuff. What do you ask anyway? I was just curious. I just realized that I couldn't picture it, so I was just curious. Yuri looks at Natsuki and realizes that she's shaking. Don't look at me like that. Sorry. Natsuki pulls her knees into her chest and puts her head down. I can't take this. Did I do something? Yuri is flustered, her mind racing over what she may have said or done. Oh God! See, if ever it's like this is a sad scene. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's like whenever Natsuki gets upset, Yuri says, "Oh shit! No, wait! Don't say that! Don't do something like that." I did. I ended it. I texted them earlier, telling them, and then I just blocked them because I'm so afraid of the result. Oh. The least you could have done is hear them out. I know it's such a shit thing to do, but I mean, I know it's like the right thing to do, but you shouldn't just like block them. You should at least hear them out or something. But I get how she feels. You know, sending a message telling them it's over, and then that feeling that you have, that thought in your mind thinking like, what are they gonna say? How are they gonna react to my response? Are they gonna be upset? Are they gonna be sad? Or they're just gonna be like, or they're just gonna agree and just say, okay, it's over. Yeah, that thing when you want to end something with your friends. But that's such a again, they're still your friends though, even if it hurts. Like you should have at least hear them out, because it's kind of like just running away from them instead of just embracing what they actually feel about you. You know, and it's funny too because Natsuki always says that she doesn't care what other people thinks about her. I guess the reason why she blocked them is because she feels like she's in the wrong for not hanging out with them anymore. But then again, her friends were also kind of shitty. Well, not shitty to the point where like it's bad that they're horrible friends. It's just like they're bad because she doesn't want to hang out with them because they always make fun of what she loves, and that's just how it is. And now it feels like I'm dying inside. Oh, that's... Hug her! I'm sorry. Hug her! Oh my god, Natsuki's so cute. I want to hug her. It looks like a moment that she wants to be embraced. But then again, give the hug energy. Go! Monica gave the hug energy to you. Now you give the hug energy to Natsuki. Totally unsure what to do, Yuri could barely find any words of support to offer. Meanwhile, the sound of Natsuki unusually hard breathing fills the air. Then she speaks again, barely above a whisper. Help me. I feel sick and I want to hit my head against things. Please help me. I can't take this. You may be having a panic attack. With that realization, Yuri's demeanor suddenly changed. I I have experience with this, so I'll help you through it, okay? Natsuki meekly nods through her rapid breathing, head still buried in her knees. Yuri slides over to Natsuki and sits on a step behind her. Then she puts her hands on Natsuki's shoulder. Can you feel my hands? Natsuki nods. Her shaking becomes more apparent through Yuri's sense of touch. Yuri keeps a low voice and gentle. You're safe now. You're in a good and safe place where nothing can hurt you. Natsuki nods once more. Although Yuri is only touching Natsuki's shoulder, she can practically feel her racing pulse through the base of her neck. We'll do some breathing exercise together. All you have to do is listen to my breath and breathe along with me. Let's now breathe in. Yuri takes a deep breath. Slow deep breath. Beneath her hands, she feels Natsuki's shoulder rise as Natsuki takes a breath of her own, try to mimic Yuri's. They exhale together, although Natsuki's breath shakes on the way out. That's good, let's keep going. Yuri breathes in once more, and Natsuki join her. They continue like that for a few more cycles while Yuri closely monitors. Eventually, Yuri feels Natsuki rest more weight into Yuri's palm. Let's focus on the physical world. All you have to do is focus on the feeling of your breath going in and out, and the weight of my hands on your shoulder. You're in a safe and comfortable physical space. No CGI! Fuck. Minutes pass in silence. But now the worst of it has passed, but Yuri is determined to not move away until Natsuki prompts her to. Meanwhile, Natsuki lifts her head off her knees, and her breathing has mostly steadied. Then she takes a final deep breath and slowly pulls herself to her feet, causing Yuri to let go. She stretches her arm. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to freak out. I didn't know what my deal is. You don't have to apologize. This must be enormously stressful on you. Is that going to keep happening? It may, or it may not. We can take measures to help prevent it in the future, but I think it will naturally get better over time. Natsuki motions to sit back down, so Yuri moves over. Yuri turns to pick up her open book from the dusty floor, which she hastily set down earlier. She brushed off the dust off the cover. I don't think I could have gone through that alone. You're not alone. Feeling shy again, Yuri speaks into her own lap. From now on, you don't have to do anything alone. As she says that, Yuri tenses up. It's rare for her to openly share her thoughts, but something about Natsuki, of all people, makes it feel so natural to do so. Perhaps because, like Yuri, Natsuki is so timid and uncertain with herself. Natsuki does a good job at hiding it, that it has taken a long time for Yuri to finally realize it. And because of that, Yuri is able to deliver the reassurance that herself would have wanted, demonstrating that you deserve the love of others. If you can accept that for the first time, then perhaps you can begin I'm not even going to attempt that word. Begin the journey of learning to love yourself. Aww. He's so cute. He's so adorable. You know, it's like that because they need each other to stay balanced, to stay up, you know. Or that Yuri is willing to become Natsuki's, what do you call that? Shoulder tissue, I guess. That's what it calls. Well, that whenever she's sad or she's dealing with something stressful, she can always go to Yuri and just lean on her shoulder and just cry on it. You know. Sometimes people like that because it's more comfortable because you're feeling someone's embrace and just crying. Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this! It's so cute! Oh. I know a good ice cream place. Oh, that means you finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me, you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. I remember that. Totally not because Yuri reminded me, but I remember that. Oh wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It was a good guess, but my favorite's usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How's that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry's my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have the sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now that to convince myself that I did something right. Yeah, you sure did. You showed those friends of yours. Friends. Is there anything better? Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. There's nothing. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about that letter you wrote. I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs to feel a little better. The way I like to be treated. And the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place. Even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, well, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. She means that you're so predictable that she knew I may have tracked you down first. With the help of Sayori. But you said I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage. Even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes. Like me. You know, I could get used to this. You're so cute! So cute! As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think the good things are in store. I really think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured. Aww. The two girls continued their conversation through the remainder of lunch, and a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all in their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of a new week. Yuri thinks to herself. Since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. Ah! It's so sweet! I love this! I love this. See, I like scenarios like this, you know? Like we do like it's nice to have the reader to be a part of this and have like a main character to be talking. But I really love just seeing the side characters be like this, you know. Just it's really nice to see characters build like growing on their own. Like we don't have to be a part of their lives. We're watching as their lives unravel. That's just the best feeling about this. Seeing them grow and just watching them become so vulnerable to each other. Like Natsuki is someone who's so rough and aggressive, and Yuri is so shy and sophisticated. I don't know. Again, I don't have internet right now, so I can't be searching up words. So, but it's just that feeling. I don't know. That's what makes it so nice. I'd rather read stories about other people than have myself be placed in that situation, because I wouldn't let's see. I wouldn't like I wouldn't like want to be part of their lives, because I don't know, I feel like I don't belong in their lives. Their life is so great that I don't belong there, and that they should always and that I should just watch it, enjoy it. That's what I love about stuff like this. It's so sweet, so nice. I love this. And let's not forget, this was a horror game, and then these two and these and this was and this side story is like a prequel to the main game. And they all died horribly, depending on your choice. So makes you really hate Monica for messing with her files like that and showing this fucking image. I don't even know what this is. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's Sayori, because with the ribbon and all that. Oh well. So anyways, that does it for this video. We're finally going to the... Yeah, there is. So it is just one episode. Okay, so it's called Equals. It's the final episode of this side story. So it's gonna be one more video left, and then I'm gonna be really sad that it's over. But just like what Yuri said, sometimes a conclusion, things always have to end. It's just the way of nature. It's just how things are. And oh boy, I can't wait to see this. I am loving this so far. Teams of I really like this, guys. They really know how to make like a storytelling game. So fucking good. I love it. So anyways, I'm gonna end the video here. We'll see what the last one's gonna be. So anyways, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, thumbs up the like button to death. Become a Packer today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'll be waiting alone. I'll be waiting right